I believe in never giving up, in never accepting defeat, even though it may seem pointless to continue. Like everyone else in the world, I too have had obstacles to go through. When I was a small kid around the age of 5, my father was sent to a hospital. My father had to get his blood filter removed because it was not functioning properly. He was hospitalized for around 3 months. Unfortunately, my father was the man who brought the money home. Without him, we had nothing to survive on. My mom dedicated her time to making sure I did well in school, and she walked me to and back from there. We lived in a small apartment just made of one room in Claremont, California. The apartment was dark, the walls dirty, and the sink full of dirty dishes nobody had time to wash. We rented out the room so we could use the money to try to cover bills, but it was pointless. I had to start walking on my own because my mother picked up 2 jobs to try to get money for us to survive on. We went to go visit my father at Kaiser Hospital. We were on the 10th floor, and all I could see out the window were small cars driving down on the streets. I turned to my dad and saw that he kept on smiling and laughing like nothing was wrong. As a small kid, it hurt to see my father in a tiny bed with nothing but needles stuck into him, as if he were some type of experiment. He looked at me and asked, "What's wrong, champ?" I had nothing to say. He then said, "Do not give up just because things look bad now. This is a time when we are going to have to push even harder and show what we are really made of." I was 17 when my family and I moved to Katy, Texas, hoping things would be better for us. I had 2 brothers now and a lot more responsibility thanks to them. We were all happier in our new home. Things were going great for us. I was attending college at Sci-Fair and I was making some money at my job in the mall. I came home and searched for food, but instead I came to find a note that left me shocked. The note was from my mother that said, "Your father got hurt and is in the hospital. I already left. Please hurry." I drove to Memorial Hermann Hospital as fast as I could and searched for my father's room. When I entered, I was paralyzed. I saw my father on the tiny bed again, but this time the needles had been replaced by blood. My father's chin had been ripped open like a small earthquake. His arm had been broken and had swollen up to the size of Popeye's after he had eaten his spinach. I saw purple bruises all over his back and small cuts everywhere. Despite all the pain my father was going through, he still managed to laugh about it. I felt like this was deja vu. My father was not able to work again. How were we supposed to get money again? I realized it was not the same. I was not the small kid anymore. This time I was going to help. I worked hard and asked for extra hours so I could try to pay the bills, but like last time, it was pointless. I was able to get my brother a part-time job with me, and he started helping out too. As a family, we cut down on the unnecessary things to lower bills. I worked hard all night and studied hard all day, but school and work were starting to get to me. I could feel myself getting weaker by the day, but I knew I could not give up. Every time I doubted myself, I remembered what my father had said to me the first time I saw him in the hospital. Do not give up just because things look bad now. This is the time when we are going to have to push even harder and show what we are really made of. Months went by and my father's arm was healed. He started working again and everything started to go back to normal. My family was proud of me for never giving up, but I did not see it that way. I believe in never giving up, but I also believe in the power of family. If it wasn't for my family never giving up, none of us would have been able to get through this obstacle. We continued trying even when everything seemed pointless to carry on. It taught me what I could accomplish if I never give up, and how far I could go when my family supports me.